everyone, it's Nat here. So today I'm on to try and do a Christmas ornament. It's for Pam at Honeybee Crafting's challenge that she's got going at the moment. Unfortunately, it's not going to get to her in time, but I still really want to support her channel. So I'm going to try and make one. Now it's not my forte, so we'll see how I go. So I've printed out these, they're antique postcards and cards that I found recently at the antique store, and yeah, I love them, so I've printed them out. I want to keep the originals, and this one I think was a postcard that had been ripped, but I love the picture so much that I have still kept it, of course. So I'd like to use that one because it's got a little sentiment on it that says, "With loving Christmas wishes." So what I'm going to do is use my 2.5 inch circle punch, and I want to get the girls' heads in there and that lovely sentiment. So we'll see how we go. Now where's the edge there? There we go. Now I also want to strengthen it a bit, so I've got a bit of cream cardstock here, so I'll just punch a circle out of that as well. So I'll just stick these two together. So yes, it's quite warm here today. I think we're in for some hot weather over the weekend. It has been wet. I don't think it got as wet as it was meant to, unfortunately, but still enough to give the garden a bit of water. Try and get it on semi-even. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect because we'll be covering the edges a bit. Press that down. Turn that over. Now if you hear any talking in the background, it's my son in his room on his games with his friends. He gets a bit loud sometimes. I have shut the door though, so hopefully we won't hear him too much. Okay, now next I do have some, where did I put it? Some calico here. Now I'd like to back it with some calico, and I'm going to leave a margin around the outside, and we will be sticking our laces to that. I've only ever made one of these before, just the other week, but I did it in a white. It was all like white, whereas this one's more of an off-white, so... You probably heard that. That was my son. What I have to put up with. Alright, so we're going to stick that on as well. I'm not too worried about the glue showing through the back or anything, because we're going to stick something over the back as well at the end. So it's about 10:30 at night here. Out it a bit late. I had one of these pictures cut out from the other week, and do you think I could find it? And I've been moving my craft room out so that my son can go back in his room, and I have stuff everywhere, so it took me all day to find it, but it was a good excuse to get some more furniture and that moved. Alright, now I'm just going to cut around, leaving a margin of 3/4 centimetre around that, just enough to stick some laces around. So, which way do I want to go? This way. Doesn't have to be perfect. Somewhat circular is good. Too bad. Excuse me. I'm losing my voice a little bit. All right, it's not too bad. So I have these laces. I've got this nice thick one and this thinner one, just cream colour. Got those from the second-hand shop. Then I've got some pearl string. And then I have this beautiful lace. I got this off of a shirt that I found in the second-hand shop. It had heaps of lace on it. Oh, it was a dress actually, a real old-fashioned dress. But look at that. And this, I love this. So I don't think I've finished getting all the lace off of it yet, but I'm keeping the material and all the laces because I think I'll make a nice rose journal or something with all of that. But I thought I could spare some for this ornament. So I've got some of the material. It's a bit like a sari silk, so I think that might be nice as the hanger for the ornament. And then, yeah, the beautiful lace. So we'll see how we go at getting all of this on. Now I'm just checking which side. They both look really similar. Might do it that way. Now, don't know which glue I want to use. This hasn't been coming out the best lately. I think I need to put some thinner glue in there or something. It was alright, but it must get thick after a while. I'll leave that for the moment and stick to my Helmars. Now that's going to come out too quickly. That's alright, we need a fair whack to get it started and get it sticking anyway. So this is going to take a while. So what I will probably do is just do a bit so you can see what I'm doing, and then I will fast forward it. Oh, now my tissue is sticking to my fingers. Alright, now what I'm going to do so it goes, I might go around neatly. I think I'm going to have to do some little tucks here and there just to get it to go around in the circle nice and neatly. Just don't want to get glue everywhere. Sorry for bumping the camera. So yes, I'm just doing little folds and tucks here and there. Don't ask me the correct terms for all of this. So yeah, I just apply a bit of pressure for a little bit to make sure that the lace sticks. And then go on with sticking it down a little bit more. Just do it bit by bit. It's the best way of getting it to hold nice. If it sticks to the fabric and not my finger, that'd be good too. Just dab it. Now hold that bit while I just stick another tuck here. It is fiddly, but it's worth it. So hold that one down. And then just go along a bit more and then another tuck and just keep doing that. So what I'll do is, yeah, I'll get this done and fast forward it so that you don't have to watch me, so I don't torture you by doing this for half an hour. Alright, so as you can see, I've gone around the full circle now, and I've just gone back and keep pressing. I've changed glues from the fabric glue that looks like this to this Helma stuff. And I'm liking this, but it seems to take a bit longer to grip and stick things. And I'm not sure if it's as good as stick with the fabric, but it still seems to be doing okay. But I've just got to keep going and pressing it down because it is quite thick lace as well on this, where it's all joined and so on. So what I've got to do now is just overlap it a tiny bit. I don't want to overlap it much in this thick part, but just overlap the lace a bit, so it looks like it's gone the whole way around. So I might just grab my little fabric scissors for this and just cut it. Can always tidy it up if I need to take more off. That'll look pretty good. So I'll just make sure that we glue this end down. Just like that. That's that so far. It's not looking too bad. It's beautiful lace. So what I might do, I think in the first one I did, I made sure I got like the seam bit either down the bottom or directly up the top, but that's not going to matter too much. I think from now on I'll try and get it up the top. I'm thinking we might put our little hangy bit. It's quite thick, this. But I kind of like it. It's sort of rustic. So we might cut that down a bit. I want to make it long enough to go on a Christmas tree. And now that's about the top there. I think we'll stick that on. And then next will be this beautiful lace here. Get the other end, I like going around that direction. Then we'll go around with that one and then stick the other one on. So let's get this on. So what I'm going to do is just glue it together first. So I'll just put a tad of glue down the base here. Put a bit of glue on the back. Doesn't matter if it shows through because it's going to be covered. Want a fair bit on there so it doesn't come undone. Now, looking about there. Going to apply a bit of pressure for a bit, make sure it sticks nicely. So yes, flat out again today, just moving the furniture and everything. At least it was a nice day at home. Out tomorrow shopping with my mum. Don't know if that's a bit of tissue I got on there. Might have done, not that it matters. I reckon that's going to hold all right. So, next layer. Everything's sticking to me or each other. I think it's the glue's making my fingers really rough, so yeah, they get stuck to everything. It's very frustrating. Alright, I reckon that's the right way. So, do we put it on top or below? Thinking on top-ish. Like that might work. Let's see what we can do. So I'll get it started and then I'll fast forward again so I don't bore you. I'm going to need to open that a little bit more. And again, I'm going to have to tuck this one to get it going around nicely. And I think I opened my glue a bit too much then. I'm having a lot of trouble with it tonight. I think it's probably because it's warming up. Now, just see if I've got it open enough to get any out. Yes. Put a bit there. And tuck it over. Could use a glue gun for this too. I'm so used to using this sort of glue. So on it might even be quicker, I tell you. Alright, another tuck. So I'll speed it up now, as you've seen the process, and get this layer done. Okay, so that's the second layer. I've just got to trim it. Oh, it's so sticky and yucky. You might just grab a wet wipe. Give my hands a bit of a clean, as I have glue everywhere. Definitely have to experiment with different glues more and find what works for what, because I'm finding the Helmars glue really good for my paper and that. But yes, I don't think it's quite as good for the fabrics. Not for doing this anyway. So I think my fingers are a bit cleaner now. Alright, so now I've just got to trim this. Just trying to see where we want it. That's not too bad. I said I'm so new at this, so I'm surprised it even looks that nice. I'll stick that little bit down. I think I can cut a bit more of that thick part off. Just don't want to cut too much. There it is. Yeah, that's all right actually. That seems to have stuck quite well now. Back's looking all right. So I've got one more layer to do now of the lace, and then it's our pearl beading, so we'll see how it works out. So we've got this thinner lace here. Looks like it goes on there. So we'll be putting that around like that. It's a pity to cover that up, isn't it? An even thinner lace would be good. I might just go and see if I've got one that's a bit thinner than that and see if it looks good on there so we can see more of this beautiful lace. So I will be back in a minute. Alright, so back again. I have found this thinner, really thin, fine lace. It's going to be a pain to stick on, especially with the big glue, so I'm going to have to use this, so you might hear me screaming. So I'll stick that around and then put our little pearl bead things on, and then that will be the front done. The back's not too bad actually, that could just do with some lace probably, but I do have a little doily here. I reckon a doily and then a bit more lace, or even just the doily just to finish that off a bit nicer. So it's getting there. I really like this lace though. I could just leave it like that, and I did have a look at that with the pearl beads because it's a bit uneven, the gap there. So I could just stick the pearl beads in there and be done with it. And so we've got either that or we'd have to do the tucks in this as well. And then put the pearl beads down on the top of that. So it's like decisions. I almost like them just on this, but as I said, it's quite uneven, the background, but maybe you won't notice it once the beads are on. Maybe I'll just do that. I do kind of like it better. Just I did 3 layers in my other one, so I sort of felt like I had to do 3 layers in this one, but now, I don't know, we'll try this, see how I go. I might actually start these from the bottom. That's probably what I should have done with the lace as well. And then what I might do, because the glue stick shows through a bit there, is find a little ribbon or something, or a flower to put up there afterwards. So yes, we'll start at the bottom. See if we can get it started. Takes a while to come down. It's there. It's not coming out a lot, but it is coming out. If I just keep going over it a bit, we should get enough. Now I have to hold these down for a little bit so they grip. They're a nice way to finish this sort of thing. So I hope everyone's well. Silly fires are still going, which sucks. Glad we're not having too much trouble with them here at the moment. It's definitely a horrible season for Sydney and Queensland. Or New South Wales, I should say, in Queensland. Alright, so I seem to be getting a bit more glue out now. which is good. So I'm definitely not an expert at doing this stuff, especially with the laces and the glue and stuff. So I hope you appreciate my effort, Pam. I'm right out of my comfort zone. She'll probably go to hang it on her tree and it'll all fall to bits. But hey, it's the effort. It's the thought that counts. Glue bomb now. I'll have to get that off in a minute. At least this is going on a bit quicker than the laces did. Just keep going back over it and pressing it down like I did when I tucked the lace. Just to make sure the glue's gripping it well as it dries. So yes, shopping with Mum tomorrow, and I'm doing a bit of shopping for my son and my daughter as well. So I've only got a few things to get, so it doesn't hurt to grab theirs for them as well. Then I'll be back home to get on with these 2 journals. Making good progress with them at the moment. Hopefully have them finished over the weekend. Don't think you'll notice the gap too much, which is good because I do like the way that this beautiful lace looks on the top there. Right, now it looks like it needs to be cut at about this one. There we go. So it's turned out rather nicely. So then it's just the back we've got to worry about. Now I'm just thinking, yeah, we've still got this lace, haven't we? Do we want it on top or underneath? Because that would finish it off quite nicely. I reckon we'll stick this on. Yeah, that'll look good. I'll just put the pin in the glue before it goes everywhere. Now get the right one of these. So I'll just put some in a circular motion around here. Not sticking the actual edges, and that way we can decide where we want the lace to go. Kind of like it just like that even, really. It's not too bad. It's pretty good for me. Don't do pretty very well. Yes, must find, I reckon, a ribbon tied in a bow or something to put up there. But that's going to take me a while to find. I might even have to do that. Or, I don't think that'll work, any of this. Let's have a quick look. Got the little berries on this stuff. If I can get it out. No, let's just cut a bit off and have a look anyway. Doesn't hurt. Where to cut it? Because at least the colour matches, because I'm thinking I don't know if I've got ribbon that's going to match it. And then we've got the bit with the little berries in the triangle. I might just cut some of it up and we'll see which bits might go. Thinking we've got like this, which we can cut that down more if we need to. It goes that way. So we could like, don't know if I like it. And then we've got this bit here. It's always fun to experiment. Sometimes it works, a lot of the time it doesn't. It's not too bad. So we do need to cover up that glue that we've got just. Not too bad, not too good. Might leave it, see what else I can find. And if not, then we know we've got that. Now, are we going to put lace on or not? Is the question. It does kind of finish it off nicely, doesn't it? So we might do that. So we'll just glue it around. I don't even think I'll bother tucking it. Depends how it goes. All right. Now I'm going to need a bit of glue for this. Now I might want to glue this down now. That a pat. Start at the bottom. my glue over. Am I in camera? Definitely getting that time of the night. Not as worried about the neatness of this. That's why I'm not bothering to tuck it or anything like that. Oh my goodness me. I'm throwing my glue everywhere. Must almost be time to stop crafting. Alright, it's not the neatest, but it is the back, so it doesn't matter as much. Now we want it on an angle so that it overlaps a bit and we cut it. I'll just stick that down. You can see because we didn't do the tucking that the lace like stands up like that. That's why at the front I decided to do the sort of tucking, folding and tucking it sort of, because it makes it sit a bit flatter rather than having it up like that. But as I said, on the back I don't mind that. You can almost flick it over like that, and that's a bit better, though it's probably going to just go, but that's all right. Could even find something to put in there, but I'm not too worried because, yeah, I just did want to do it the one side. So, yes, I'll see if I can find a little ribbon or a little flower even. I've got some ribbon flowers hanging out somewhere, so I might be able to find one of those and stick it on. So, okay, so I'm back for the last time. Alright, so I went looking for bits and pieces and I found ribbons and all sorts, but then I remembered that I had bought a whole lot of these beautiful ribbon roses from Natasha at Treasure Books. And I had a look and I had this colour, which I thought goes really, really nicely on there. So I reckon I'm going to stick 3 of her beautiful roses up there. It'll be wonderful to be able to use them finally, so I should be doing this with glue gun, but I am going to try with this stuff and just pile the glue on and see how it goes. Good luck to me. I reckon if I stick a really big blob there like that. Oof. and then it goes flying out of my fingers and sticks to the table. I'm having a good night. Big blob of glue on my desk. I'll just wipe that off. Alright. Might even look nice just with this one, because it's sort of flattening out nicely now that I'm pressing on it. We will see. I reckon that's going to hold alright actually. It'll just take some time to dry properly. That looks so sweet. Now, will we do the other ones? Kind of like it. It's nice just having one though too. Oh, decisions. I'm just like worried that if I try and do the other ones I might stuff up. I know I've got this far, so I might just leave it with the one. Save the other ones for another day. So that covers up the glue that was on the ribbon holder bit here. Had a big dark glue bit there, so that's covered that over nicely. I'm doing well tonight. Yes. Not going to redo it all though, so you'll have to put up with all of my throwing everything everywhere and messing up my words. But yeah, so there you go, Pam. I have made an ornament for your tree. Hopefully it will get to you before Christmas. That'll be great. So yeah, and that's the back. Alright, thanks for watching and putting up with me, guys. Have a really good one. Take care. See ya. Oh, and I'll put Pam's links below. Go check her out. She's the queen of lace. See you later.